And the Panthers, who were the least penalized team in the entire NFL last year, come up here on a 1st and 15. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Darrel, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Dancing to his left. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
From the 50, it's gone. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Taking a shot for Samuel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll try and pick up the first with Darrel. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Super 1, Super 1. 5.
2nd and 10, Goff again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. He knocks him back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 yards there at a first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get
touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Going deep for Moncrief. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners.
And he can't get away. Gurley couldn't escape it. And that's going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Newton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. McCaffrey following the penalty. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Hey, get right down. Hey.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Back to throw, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. John Johnson with the INT. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. 10, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down. Newton. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's able to get it back. To the 41-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Goff now on second down. Flush to his right. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now on second down, this is Gurley. Fights loose, and he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, lift! Lift! Lift!
On the handoff, it's Gurley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Orange.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. Only 3 punts in NFL history have gone for 90 yards or more. You just witnessed one. It's number 4. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Orange, 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 orange. Here we go. 120. Hey, 5. Hey, 5. Shell.
On 1st down, gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Obama.
Out of the gun, gone. Wide open receiver, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Goff now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
Harbaugh. Starting left here.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
12.
Goff on 1st down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Rams getting set to go now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Orange, 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 orange. Starting left here.
On first down, it's gone. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His first touchdown of the year. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
3 down. Hey. Ready.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Delta. Delta.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he finally goes down at the 23. Yard line. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Gurley again here on first down. Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, a 23-yard run. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down. Bridgewater steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
We got 4. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary, I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Got 3 down, 3 down. Go Delta. 26 Mike. Go Delta.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no. There was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
17. Starting left here.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
12. Super. It's hot.
From the gun, here's Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
On third down, Bridgewater. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 30. A big run there by Gurley. 59 yards for him on the ground. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start as the Rams come up 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Gets around him. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They give them a gain of 37. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They go play action. Bridgewater. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Mark Barron in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Go Delta. Go Delta.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A give running left. It's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bridgewater. And the pressure gets to him again. Dante Fowler In there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Darrel. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They get it to him running left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
Under pressure, they got him again.